It felt like we're kind of like struggling, like against some decks we're like you know, having zero problems whatsoever, and against like others like we just like cannot find any kind of like response. And I'm not sure like am I this unlucky, or like is this a problem with the deck though? Hello, welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro, who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing this deck, which is a new recent edition of an Imbue Druid, which this specific version like has the most win rate so far on ladder. In like about like 11,000 games or something, as far as I remember. Yeah, 11,219 games, and it has 57.2% win rate. Like this specific list, which is like, as I said, like does the best so far on ladder. So this specific portion of the deck actually features like cards like Zilliax, cards like a Marin, to actually give you a slight better boost on in a late game. Zilliax is another card for you to actually proc a Shaladrassil, which can be like really cool for you to actually end the game, right? As far as I remember, like when I faced an Imbue Druid, like for example with a control-ish deck like a DK, the problem that you encounter is that you have to find all of those board clears to clear all of those huge imbued hero power guys so far. But at some point you might just like come to the point like of the game where they don't really have anything, just like a hero power to summon huge dudes, and one by one you can actually deal with those like in a late game and something like turn 9 for something, or for example. And this deck actually features a little like more stuff for you to deal with. Marin and Zilliax are kind of like huge threats overall by themselves, and they can actually add up to all of those like imbued hero powers and like, you know, all of the good stuff. It might be like, you know, a nail in a coffin or like at something like turn 9, because a Zilliax might just like clear whatever is out there, like all those small towns, like that is a minion with a rush. And after that, you can like, you know, finish it off with a Shaladrassil, like a corrupted version, right? If you have it in your hand. But overall, like as you all probably know, Imbue Druid is something else. Like it's one of the best decks right now on the ladder, like 100% so far. And you know, I'm here to actually present this deck to you and try that out on my like myself. But before we start, you actually, you know, make sure to subscribe to your YouTube channel. If you didn't do so, make sure to check the join button. Every coin helps so far. I'm doing everything by myself, so, you know, your support, guys, is all that keeps me, like, you know, thrilled out there, motivated to actually, like, you know, stand up and do some more videos for you. So make sure to, you know, to help me out, like Senka streamer, if you ever thought of that. And, you know, let's jump right in. Against the Death Knight, interesting. I guess there's some kind of like, you know, control-ish deck, like it might be wrong, so see what happens. Tortollan is kind of interesting here. I kind of want it though in my hand, because it helps me out to actually draw all of those Flutterwing Guardians and all that good stuff. But you know, the whole idea is that you, on early turns, you just like play as many spells as possible for you to actually, like, you know, imbue your power like as much as possible though. Is there a... Oh, that's maybe actually my version as I showcase at some point. Discover, choose one card, let's go. And that's a spark. Obviously, and a druid spell, because that can be a photosynthesis, but that's an Angora for sure. Okay, that's fine. Because this way we can actually draw 2 spells. Oh no, that's a suck version, that is not my setting. I've gone through that for quite a while so far, like right now. For nature's spell costs still less. I'm kind of curious, like, you know, the T2 boy right there. Not too bad, not too, like, you know, not too good. We don't really need a coin for Dalaran for sure here. Can just like do this and see what happens, right? Ooh, a photosynthesis is like really good though. We can do it right away. Feels nice. Feels nice, okay. Let's do that for now. Trade wall summon 2/7, okay.
The citadel stands strong.
For now we are just like imbuing as much as possible. This is like a really good pickup. Yeah, we'll not overdraw, so that's fine. Have a Zill right now in our hand, and we'll like probably draw a Flutterwing Guardian right there. Who is that? Okay. Hammer Touch. I guess it's a triple blood. Not sure though. Not sure a triple blood actually runs a sack package. Might be wrong though. That's indeed here. Let's go. And we probably have to start pressing that button. 4/4 is kind of like huge enough right now. I don't really have like cheap spells, but also have to have a lot of resources, and that is what matters, you know. Against like all of those, so that is a BBU, okay, fine, now we know. Kind of like clears the board here, spending a lot of resources, and not having too, like I was about to say not having too many courses, but I tried how it actually solves things out. So let's probably summon here. Let's probably summon here. I guess we're doing a discover? No, not really. I kind of want to do this. Oh, let's train. Chip's done. Okay. Oh, that is nice. That is a nice boy right there. That's a nice one. This husk. Oh, kind of strong. Kind of strong. Innervate for us. Okay. How do I remove that, dude? Probably discover something from here. Unfortunate. What was in the Innervate? Just a chip spell so far. We can draw some. Draw something like a living rock. Okay, let's go. Draw a living rock here, okay. That's a 7/7 on the board, like don't want that though. 7/7 on the board, like do want that though. Kinda want to remove that city. Let's do that for now. Maybe he doesn't have like a second one. I would appreciate that. But you know, we'll see what happens though. Actually, I didn't think like that a side DK actually does pretty well against like all of those, you know, early Imbue hero powers, and because you don't really have like a lot of board players support, and against like all of those, you know, liches. Okay, this is sweet. This is sweet too. So let's just like do that for now. That's a huge board that he has to deal with. We have a Malorne here already for us. It's 9/9 body on the board right now. Well, that's a pretty good response. If he has like a Zillia extra 9, that might be a huge trouble here. Zillia extra 9 is kind of huge. Have a Malorne. Oh, that's a nice top deck. Okay, let's go. At the end of your turn, tackle Lazar. Tackle Lazar is actually really sweet though. Let's do that. I would love to kill every single of those. Please attack, you know, sucks first. Thank you. At least 2 is all we need. Okay, now that's a perfect hit. That's pretty sweet so far. That's pretty sweet. It can be a game-changing stuff, right? Now we have a corrupted Shaladrassil here too, and we have a Zilliax to respond. Well, corpse explosion incoming, right? Okay, let's go. That's minus all corpses that he has here. And we have a Shaladrassil here. Pretty sweet. So now we have to just like simply rely on him not having a Pyromancer plus plus a Brass, right? Oh my god, that's kind of like cool. Well, we're playing Shaladrassil here like 100% though. And we are, you know, I think we're doing this though, anyway. And just like leave the scars here. It's a pretty huge like board right there anyway. It's a 10-10. Like, don't really have to be committed to a 6-10 here. A wand, okay. Searches for answers. He kind of wants to find a Pyro, right? Pyro plus a Brass. If he didn't have like that in his hand like already, he has 16 cards like in his deck. Like, might be a really small chance for him to actually draw something like this. Fortunately, he didn't like draw a buff for hero power here, because that would be like one less card with a -3 mana on it. Okay, very well. Okay, he gains corpses like crazy, so he might be ready with another corpse explosion in turn, so. Okay, now I'm kind of like convinced he will be ready with corpses. To deal with a hero power problem, right?
Just a dream.
Let's just probably do casually 5 damage right now. And let's do what else? Let's try to do this. To name hero, summon 2, 3/2 wolves. Well, this is kind of like fine. It's just like, you know, the easiest stuff, right? So we need to live like two mana out there. What do we do now? Photosynthesis is pretty cool, but I'm not sure. It has 8 corpses. We can actually evolve, right? Let's summon. Let's do this for now. Nice level of breach, not too much. But that is a huge size, 27 damage on the board. He might just like, you know, as I said, he might actually spend a Pyro plus a Brass. Has 5 mana, okay. Dark Scroll. It's not something like I thought of, and that is fine. Not too bad, I would say. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, that's a pretty bad pickup though. Let's do it again. That's, you know, that's fine. He didn't have any kind of response before. Maybe he'll not like have it now. I'm kind of concerned of actually playing a Corrupted Drake here, you know? I'm not sure like when the Tislas actually comes off. Might be really soon. Might be like as soon as this turn, right? Not actually sure. Okay, let's just, you know, let's just do this for now. Let's try an Lethal here. And let's see what happens. Zerg's Count just like didn't provide him anything like good so far, but he might have a Zill, you know, don't get me wrong. Might have a Zill plus another one like this. Oh, that's the same game? Guess he has like 10 corpses. Okay, 11. I don't know, so far. Like, he might trade off on a Zera before like he does that. Has a second light corpse explosion here. We still have like, you know, a refill, but it's not like too huge. We need a good top deck, so we need something like a Marine probably. That's a mistake. Oh, here's it says, okay. as I was thinking of it. It didn't actually matter like what we actually played, like a Runetotem or a Drake. We just like hoped for it Teslas not to be in his hand and not to be active so far, because I don't really have the count for it. I'm not sure why, but kind of like deck trackers don't really work as well. Where's that zone? Maybe I'll just like switch it on one more time. Here you go. I usually don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff, but Photosynthesis. Now let's see what's up. Which really is that good. Okay, let's see what happens here. Take your power. What's this? Do like shuffle here, it says, just like for sake of it, because it's kind of like too huge. Not sure. Let's draw a card here. How's our Imbue? Okay, fine. I kind of feel like I have to actually, like, shuffle it says. Maybe give it +5/+5 here? I'm not sure. 18, 14, 19. Well, it's kind of like a lot though.
That rope's burning again.
I was kind of like a little too indecisive. Could get a plus like something on our like Imbue die. Didn't matter so far. Didn't matter so far, but like
I'll miss you.
Well, we hoped for a Marin, right? Marin was kind of like a no. We could actually play it out, like draw some cards. We were a little ramped up because he actually had an Zera here. We could actually like do a Marine, a draw, and whatever we draw plus like a hero power, plus like do something like crazy there. But as soon as it says comes out, it's kind of like hard. As I said, like if you actually prolong the game long enough against like a controlish Death Knight, they'll find a way. Like all they need is for a Zil to come out, for a Cis to come out, and the game is over usually. That's a pretty sweet start. When a Cis comes out, like, that means that they spend one of their costliest kind of like board clears, and usually that is what they lack, right? They need these kind of like board clears here. You'll want damage, give it damage minion, summon a couple of demons this tone. That's pretty sweet by the way, I kind of want that. It's kind of like cool too. Kind of like a 0 mana Imbue, like half an Imbue, right? So it's fine by itself. Let's say right? What is that Pokemon? As far as I remember, it's a tree, right? Maybe not though. Maybe not. It's not a tree. It's a deck that actually runs a lot of Divine Shields, as far as I remember, plus a lane Mesa. A lot of Divine Shields plus a lane Mesa, as far as I remember. It's a 2/2 Golem, not interested so far, but maybe I'll summon a couple. Let's do this for now. Let's both, like, because why not? Let's force him to actually trade here. Have like 6 mana next turn. We can Imbue plus like do hero power here. It's a 5/5 duel. Okay. That's pretty fine. Kind of like an aggro version, right, of the deck. It's actually like, that's pretty smooth. Not sure how is he going to actually reflect his hands though. He's like spending all the resources here. As I said, not actually sure. It's a hit for an 8 in our face, like, you know, don't get me wrong though. But you know, a little weird though. Just a little weird. He has another, like, you know, another Divine Shield here, obviously, but can't wait to remove that stuff. Like, he has another sunscreen too. That actually makes it a little problematic for us, but goes for another Divine Brew. Okay. Let's actually run some kind of card. It actually buffs out from the amount of like spells you cast on a minion. Can't remember like what kind of like specific cards what kind of like specific cards that is, but it's 100% there. I really go for another one. It's a 5/5, dude. Not too bad. I mean, we can do like 10 damage to hit space right now. I kind of hate an idea of actually wasting hero power here. Like wasting a buff here. So let's do a Tortollan, let's do like a hero power here. And let's go face. Let's see what happens, huh? As I said, I'm kind of like, you know, I kind of like don't really remember what kind of decks that is. That he runs out, but having one minion on the board is like not really enough. Well, this is kind of like a given that he had like all those 0 mana like 8/8s, but oh, Sea Shanty, yeah. Now I remember them. Kind of like an aggro deck, right? Because he goes off on turn 5. That's kind of like good as. Kind of like good as
I love height.
So what do we do here? How do we survive? How do we survive? Do this for now. So like this is fine. Let's do this. Because if we don't really trade like this, we're kind of dead. How much damage is 21. Interesting. Like, do you have any kind of bugs in it? That's kind of sweet though. Well, I'm kind of like okay here by drawing a Zill, but you know, pretty strong. Okay. It's pretty strong though. Oh, nice hit. Shaladrassil for us. Don't really have the mana for it. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, let's just like kill like this. The most like, you know, the most strat that is out there. Like we have Shaladrassil here, just like, you know, to actually. Oh my god, that is strong, man. That is really strong. He's probably trading here, right? Like he should. Probably third one on a face, I would say. Attack like 6/6 plus a 3 here, like 4/7. Not sure why he actually didn't. Well, if he doesn't want to attack, like, you know, didn't get so. Oh, he does. Interesting. Well, for Shaladrassil we need one more turn. We don't really have such kind of, you know, such kind of luxury out there. We don't really like have it, you know, have +1 mana here. We need 9 mana to actually clear the board. What can we find from here? We can find a tone. But Warriors have kind of like a taunt too. 5 armor. Plus some kind of taunt. Well, we kind of survive here if we do Warden. Okay, someone's might just like not give us something that we need. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's pretty sweet. So we're kind of alive. But we have 5 HP here, unfortunately. Like, potentially. Here's another song like this one. Because, like, why not? Okay. So we are kind of dead here, right? Kind of dead here. I finally have a Shaladrassil here, but... Finally have a Shaladrassil. We actually need to clear. I actually need to clear a Dream into a 9/7 obviously, but else... I don't really have a Taunt, unfortunately. He will just like have a gazillion damage here if we just like do that. I would do this, obviously. And we still have to clear. We're kind of dead here. Kind of. We need like, you know, some kind of like health gain here. We are not outwelling like 3 corrupted like Shaladrassil out there. It's pretty interesting, like how Tree Paladin is kind of like a thing right now. I played it like a week ago, and there were like you know, gazillion decks that were kind of like you know, either Control DK that I played myself against like these kind of guys, or there were like, you know, gazillion kind of like responses. When I played Tree Paladin myself, I couldn't even like play an Urzal into Shaladrassil because I was kind of like dead before turn 8, like usually. So yeah, that was kind of weird. And it's kind of like, you know, popping right now. But you know, that was you know, that's pretty crazy though. As I said, like this deck was kind of like non-existent about a week ago. Right now, it's kind of like popping because probably like the decks that he actually faces actually deal bad against it. Like for example, an Imbue Druid, if you don't really find like the right cards. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not sure. But you know, he found like his mace out there to draw a Shaladrassil plus a Urzal. He's like kind of fine as soon as he survives like turn 8. We didn't really apply like enough pressure to turn 8 because he had like all those gazillion like minions on the board, and we didn't like have a lot of stuff going on for us. Maybe I actually have to like, you know, press the button like a little more. Maybe that is like the key here. And I never got like single body for us to actually like, you know, flood the board like instantly there with our hero power. Like usually what you do with an imbue, you kind of like find a single body. You imbue kind of like sending it till like 4/4, 5/5, and just like, you know, play out a single body and just like, you know, do imbue hero power like for at least 1 turn. And people actually like struggle to clear even that though, because a 1/4 is kind of like healthy. So yeah. It's the first imbue for us, okay.
Our crew could always use another
Wow,
hand.
okay.
Welcome to the crew.
What is that stuff? Attack DH or something? I'm not sure. Not actually sure, so okay, let's see. My dude. A warning. A recruiter. Haven't seen this card like in standard like forever. I think like some people actually play out this card as soon as the Great Dark Beyond actually launched, right? And people just tried that deck and tried this Deirdre right there. But it went off really fast though. It went off really fast. And kind of have like a single long body for a couple of 3/3s, but that's not too much. Let's see what we find there. Spark is fine, I mean... You can kill that thing for one. And just like do here, power here. It's not too bad. I mean, you know, it does do that. The 4/4 dude on the board kinda like okay. Can summon a couple of Draenei's out there. That's a good response too. But what we will do is probably a Dreambound Disciple. Something like a Mark of the Wild. Oh my, what is that one?
Must have slept in.
You can do like a single long body out there. He didn't actually use any anti-styles, right? So we can progress. Oh, I forgot about that. That's actually a lot of them. Probably had to attack his face right there. Not sure. You're drawing too much, but you'll overdraw like crazy. So. Oh, here you go. That's how you do it, okay. That's how you do it, okay. Go space, interesting. Kind of aggressive, I like it. Kind of aggressive, and I like it though. We have to kill one. Where's one? Just one.
Just a dream.
Imbue plus a Photosynthesis right there. This looks pretty solid. This goes here. This goes here. Then do 5 eyes. We have Zill at some point, probably against like an aggro deck like that. I'm not sure. He kind of like has a full hand though. With all those Draenei's. Why we actually need to kill just one? Because he will top deck something that he needs to play before he actually, you know, summons another bunch. Fortunately, that was a 1-drop, so he can like do that easily. So. And summon 5 more. Oh my. Nice 1-drop though.
Reporting it.
Nice 1-drop. Unfortunate. Fortune. Can't like do anything from here. It's a 4/4 with Divine Shield. Armor 1. 2 hits there. With -12, 17. We're kind of like, you know, kind of dead if we do like an open summons here. That's our only like choice here so far. Photosynthesis. This and hope to get another one from Photosynthesis right there. Oh, that was the best move, but you know, that was the only way we avoid a lethal here, and I actually found it, but He does have like 21, okay. He's just like messing around here. Okay. That's pretty interesting. That we're not like able to actually reach out. Pretty interesting that we're not able to actually reach out and win right there. Not sure though. Like as I said, maybe I'm just like doing something wrong. Make sure to let me know in the comment though. Maybe that is like, you know, maybe that is something, missing something out there. Or am I just like purely unlucky? Well, it's the same story when I actually played a Trip Paladin, right? It's kind of like does well only against you. It's same story as with the Shafar Rock, right? At some point, when I played it and tried to actually like, you know, play that city against like people who actually were like having like a really high hidden rank so far. When I actually played against those guys, Shafar Rock is just like, you know, not really that strong, or like not even able to reach kind of like 50% win rate with it. But when it plays against you and kind of like high roll you over like with any deck so far, and that is kind of like the feelings that I have with a Tree Paladin and these like Imbue Druid. You can high roll like crazy, but it happens like so rarely, and people just like don't really like, you know, care too much about that stuff. Not sure what happens, you know. I guess the opponent lagged right now. So it's kind of like the same feeling, right? Maybe that is why it's like the meta. Like I've seen people actually reporting that like each day there was like kind of a new best deck, right, to play on a ladder. Because each time like something like an Imbue Druid actually pops off, another deck that actually does really well against it appears, and it just like crashes the ladder because everyone like plays Druid, and you just like have to stay like ahead of that stuff. Oh, that's pretty nice start. So yeah, maybe there's like the problem zone. Maybe I had to play a Druid only at that day where this was like the best deck on the ladder. Oh, so Mr. Zarimi Priest, okay. Combo Zarimi. Fine. The only problem that the Zarimi Priest have is that they don't really have a lot of, you know... they don't really have a lot of board clears. 3-3 body on board right now for us. Kind of can press it on next turn. Tortollan Traveler. Maybe I need that. Maybe not.
Pretty petals.
Not really. Do you have like a dragon for 3? Not sure though. Don't really want to spend all of those like 1-drops in it. Like really hate it, so for 0 cares on the wall. You might just like not have a dragon, just a bait, just a bluff. It's like, oh look, I have a dragon here, please train, you know, stuff like this. That's much better. That's a much better target for us. Do we do like a Tortollan here? Do we do like a Tortollan here? Or do you want like a Horn of... Do you want just like summon a 3-3 maybe? Or nature spell cost still less? Like what do we want? Maybe like a Raz. I'm kind of convinced, you know? As soon as I said a Raz here, Innervate is kind of like cool too. Someone has a 3-3 here. But this is kind of like much better, right? Sounds good.
Time waits for no one.
If he has a board clear, I would rather like have it proc right now. That's what he has like if he doesn't, like he still needs some kind of like an orbital moon buff, right? To remove 5/5 here. Not sure zone. A world chill, not too good. Not enough, I mean. He needs one more at least. And this way he kind of trades, because he needs still like to do hero power, like 0 development on the board, and all that good stuff. Then we'll see. Chill version. Nah. Nope. That is not strong. Small and or Shaladrassil. Shaladrassil is actually pretty sweet. Because we'll play Marine at some point, I think. And small one is not like something I want here. But Shaladrassil, like, is fine. I mean, we're doing like a hero power here. There's that, like, we can do Tortollan plus another Shaladrassil. Maybe a Marine by itself at some point. Let's do that. Do hero power here. Couple of hits into his face. And kind of like looks fun. Can do even a Shaladrassil into a Shaladrassil at some point. Like, that's a lot of damage to his face, right? Let's see what it's up. I guess, I just like guess, that has a power word ruin somewhere in his deck, right?
Stop and smell the flower.
Do that for now. So damage doesn't hurt anyone. Actually, no your. Well, it's kind of heal, you know. Not too bad. Actually, is this close to do a Shaladrassil out there and just to return this minion to his hand? Like this close, you know, this right there. I don't really like want this to die actually. Like, am I a bad person for like, you know, for saying this? Tower and Divine Shield, oh my god. That is kind of strong. Okay, fine. Let's go with a Divine Shield here. And a hero power and go face with everything. As I said, like, I don't really want this to die, and I actually did kill it, right? No, but his combo still requires some mana here. He still needs like at least an 8 to actually do the combo. And we're kind of like straight lethal here. Cloud the shelves. He need to have like exactly a lot of. Oh my god. Whew. Strong, bro, strong. And could have a Zillions here. Not too bad. Maybe Marine is fine too. Maybe Marine is fine, by the way. Like, what kind of like, you know, resources do we need here? I still can do like a Shaladrassil here and try to return that stuff. If he has a full combo right now, it's better for us to obviously have a Zill on the board. But if he has a full combo, we're still dead, right? He probably like didn't summon enough dragons, just like summoned 4. But he will summon like a 0/5, a couple of dragons with a 10 cost, so it's kind of like better that we don't really have a Zill. You'll get some from this. I'm not sure, okay. Okay, fine. Let's see what happens here. We kind of have like one We had 24 damage, right? 22, as far as I see it. 22 damage. Has 21 HP here. He does have a full combo right now. We might be dead though. I guess he doesn't though. He still needs like the 7 cost card, right? That makes all the dragons to actually cost 1. And he needs an Azera, he needs a lot of good stuff. For now, we are kind of like okay. And if he makes a mistake, oh my god, no, he has a lot of dragons. This is a full board clear. Has a lot of dragons here. Okay.
Must have slept in.
Well, we need a Raptor Shaladrassil here, like, you know. The only problem is that we don't really clear the board, but if he didn't like have a if he didn't like have a full combo like before, he might not have it now though. Mention of your 5/5. Let's do this anyway. Oh, could be a 6/6, right?
A recurring dream.
Nice draw, by the way. Nice draw, bro. Well, he doesn't have like a lot of cards left in his deck, but you know, that's still something. Let's see what's up. Like, we're kind of like having a lethal yet again. And he just like spent 2 mana here. Ancient Bjorn, nah, not really now. Don't really have like a lethal now, unfortunately. Okay, 50-50. Need some calls there. There you go. Okay, that's kinda good. So we have like 113. Do I like to use the city anyway?
I wonder.
Do use the city anyway. Just like as much damage as possible into his face and hope to actually finish off with the Shaladrassil here. Might be the same. Might be the same though. Let's just do this for now.
Time waits for no one.
Like if we have it, we have it, right? I mean, if he has like a full combo, he has it like anyway, whatever we actually summon. He just like doesn't care, we don't really have a taunt or whatever that is. He can just like spam everything so far and be happy about it. All he needs is just like 1 more card. One card which is exactly a legendary that keeps this kind of like a Zarimi Priest alive, and that is probably the way to you actually get it. Have 5 cards. Like I'm sure something of that is kind of like a spell. My god, he didn't really find it. Because I'm on a second try. You didn't actually find it. All you need is just like to find it. That's a good package. Pretty sweet. Imbue Druid actually feels strong. It does, but we're kind of like having trouble here. It does, but we are kind of like having trouble here, unfortunately. Let's probably do a Marine and try to find like, you know, strong guys out there, but I'm not sure so. Is it like still enough? We'll get Arcade in the next turn, mark my words, like rip lol. Yeah, that's 100% though. Has 2 cards left, bro. Has 2 cards left. Like, if I'm not Arcade there, I'm not sure what he's doing, like, in his life right there, right? We have to find like the strongest town out there. And this is the only way we can actually find a strong town. Like Golden Compound is actually a strong town too. No, Zerix Crown is just like the only choice. Like we don't really have the way, any other ways. Well, it's kind of like a strong town, but not too strong, I would say. And that's it, I guess. I guess that's it. Rip. Rip, boys.
Almost out of cards.
Almost out of cards, bro. I have zero idea, like, if that's the last card of his deck and he has 0 draws, I'm not sure, like, what is happening out there, but I'm sure that won't happen, though. Oh, bird watching. Okay, it was actually his last card. Can you imagine that? No, he actually had it. Like, what is his last card in such a case? What did he need exactly that he actually wanted to do, like, wanted to draw a full deck there? Like, what was the problem?
Need help. Let's give you some extra time.
Oh, he needed a Zarimi. He didn't have a Zarimi. He probably was looking like a Zarimi. Yeah, he did lack a Zarimi here. He did lack a Zarimi. Oh, Zarimi lost card, bro. Can you imagine that? That's actually really sweet. Sometimes, like this game sometimes, right? Like, I kind of wonder, was there like any way for me to actually like win that stuff? Like each time, oh yeah, that is why he actually had such a huge shelf, right? Each time, he actually like had all of those dragons like from the start, and that was the only reason for him to like you know, to have the overall like response like each time, like each time we played out something. Let's play one more. Maybe we'll find a win finally though. Oh, that's the same way as with a tree paladin, bro. Same as with a tree paladin. Like, I played a tree paladin and was like, you know, was struggling so much. Like, I couldn't even like, you know, live past like turn 7. Not even talking about like, you know, playing an Ursal plus like a corrupted Shaladrassil and just like doing something from it. No, it's just like didn't happen for me in time. You tried Drunk Paladin? I've seen how it works. I mean, it's kind of weird. I played something like this before. When was it though? Like 3 months ago or something. No, maybe even more than 3 months. I played it when a Lionessa just appeared, so that was a Perils in Paradise, right? Or a much tree paladin, but with few extra cards. Well, I guess so, right? I played something like this Drunk Paladin about like, you know, about like 5 months ago, when there was like a Perils in Paradise, when all those like key cards were already out there, and I played it with a version of actually consuming all of those Divine Shields and actually making them like as a 5/5 elementals. Remember that card? It's kind of like 1 cost or something card. Convert like a Divine Shield into a 5/5 elemental, and I was actually like doing an aggro deck with it. Somewhere on the YouTube, you know, 100%. But yeah, now with an Urzal, you kind of like have a win con, right? You're going aggressive, and after like some kind of like you know, on turn 8, you just like go with an Urzal and just like do a Shaladrassil to refill your hand. And some people just like don't really have a lot of health gain after, and they cannot just like out heal that stuff. Like, if you're not a DK, you have pretty much like 0 chance to actually out heal at least 15 from a Zera, right? Like from a Zera Awakens, and if they have like 1 minion, just like 15 more instantly, something like this. So yeah. But Drag Paladin is kind of nice. As I say, it does really bad against like something like a DK, because they have all of those like corpse explosions, those like sea shanties like that they try to actually summon on turn 5 are actually not threatening, because they have like billions of board clears. But against like decks like Imbue, that's pretty sweet. I'll draw Kyojin of this deck for DK matchups. Pretty solid idea, I would say. Pretty solid idea. Who's that one? Your team? TT boy? A TT boy, really? Just a couple of 1/1s. Couple of 1/1s. Let's go first. Infinite Demons and Plants. Well, you see, you're kind of fast with your deck. I'm not sure you kind of need to kill them. Like, I mean, obviously so, but you're never, like, I played a lot of time, like, I played as a DK a lot of times against an Imbue Paladin. And you're not really concerned about, like, them having, like, an awesome lane game. All you're concerned of is to actually survive till it's Sysless into a Ziliax, for example. Like, if you play at Sysless into a Ziliax, the game is over instantly. And that is, like, you know, how this kind of, like, Druid actually plays out. As unfortunate as it sounds. That's that. Kind of need, like, to get on the board, I guess. That's that. Infinite Demons is kind of juicy, right? Not sure. Like, it has to be tested. Like, I'm not sure, like, an Imbue Druid is going to stand out. Like as soon as I actually start to play an Imbue Druid, I'm just, like, running into an aggro, and, like, all of those combo decks. Yeah, that's me. It's kind of true, though. I mean, I guess that's how it works, but it's kind of, like, concerning a lot for me. Doesn't Innervate for us. One more? Yeah, exactly. Okay, fine. I'll spend one. Kind of like a huge board. Let's see if he has like a Fell Hawk here, right? Fell Hunter. Well. Sweet. Well, he's healing himself up like anyway, right? Like we can... We can heal that guy. Have like an extra 6/6 this way. Fine. Oh my, that is actually really strong. Small spells, that's pretty sweet. So I get there. Sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is actually really good. Or you can get like a mage spell or a druid spell. It's kind of fun to use. Let's go with the sleep paralysis. I kind of feel like this is like the right choice. And let's do a huge boy. It's a 12 heal. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that for now. Oh, I forgot about a cliff dive. Forgot about a cliff dive. Well, okay. Now we're kind of like fighting for our life, right? Shaladrassil. Next turn is a Zill, like 100% of them. Let's discover spell. That's, you know, that's pretty sweet though so far. All of that is really good. Like the only problem for us here is that we're kind of low. Pulaski still has like another cliff dive somewhere in his deck. Another Fell Hunter from... And an Infiltrator. Dude, that is just like, you know... It's 12-12 win, you know. You kind of have to do it like for Shaladrassil shenanigan out there. You can actually return it into his deck. Is that even a good choice? Not really. We need to return a Fell Hunter, like another one, like a 7 cost. I'm kind of concerned here. We're going to die. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Order, okay. Boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Tough stuff. Well, Shaladrassil's here. Malorne is here. A lot of good stuff is here, right? Fine. Let's do that now. It kind of lives this way. So we'll see what's up. If he has like a 7 drop, then actually summons like even more of those Fell Hunters. We're kind of dead here. Turn policy, that's not too much. That's not too much. But it's kind of like the same thing too. Man, that's a lot of damage. So we need to get lucky from here, I guess. Omen. Omen. Next card costs house. Nah. Oh, we can make it a huge town, by the way. Is that the right choice? Like, Omen is fine, right? Omen is fine. I'll just like destroy all those small minions. Okay, let's do that. Forces of Omen is fine. What do we do? Maybe let's buff that thing. We'll like, you know, pop an Omen here. And do this. I think this is like the strongest move. I was thinking about like actually spraying like all of those buffs and like not summoning all the good stuff, like, you know, not sure. Like huge Omen is kind of nice. But a red card is here, okay. Dangerous Cleave Sign, well that's not too much. But that's honest work. So aggressive though. Well, I guess we need a Corrupted Drake with a tone. He has another red card and pretty much dead though. A couple of tones like that is possible for us. Does a lot of damage. Maybe Photosynthesis here, right? Oh my god, that's strong. Yeah, he's strong. Okay, let's do that. Pretty sweet so far. Oh my god, I'm kind of like, I'm kind of worried he has another red card. I'm not sure why. It feels like he has it. It's better like to actually summon a lot of like, small stuff. And try to roll some kind of like taunt from it. It feels like this. Can get a Tortollan here. Not really good. It's a heal, Okay, I will just like go with whatever I feel like. It feels like this is the right turn. It feels like that. I'm not sure why though. Not sure why though. Hey, watched a lot of your YouTube videos. Your interest stuck in my head. Do you have any mage or pala deck in mind which works against the Ring Priest? I always lose like after turn 9, which is pretty boring. As far as I remember, like a Protoss Imbue mage can actually do really well, right? Because it can actually like kill on turn turn 8, right? As far as I remember, with a God Riser, like that deals actually 20 damage. They don't really have like a lot of board presence like till their full combo is stuck in their hand, right? By the way, like welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the stream. We kind of need like one. Oh, that's hydration station is actually really good for us. Cause that's a Zill. I guess it should be like a GG. So yeah, Imbue Mage is kind of like a good choice because you're actually getting on the board pretty early, and you might actually kill an opponent like turn 8-9. By yourself, like having a full combo out there, like working out for you, like that is happening. But if you don't have that, you might just like have still have a Colossus out there who's just like kills them off, like if he's low enough, right? If you're answering my question, could you just like say it again? Yeah, sure. Like I was thinking about like an Imbue Protoss Mage out there. Imbue Protoss Mage. I don't remember like if I posted it. Like I probably posted like a simple Imbue one, right? Because it's kind of like the most like new and fun. Because like people probably like never like saw the concept before. But I've seen a lot of people actually playing Imbue Protoss Priest. Imbue Protoss Mage. Okay, one sec, let me like finish a turn here. So this will die by itself. Let's draw here. Let's do a Tortollan. Oh, let's do like some stuff. This is nice. I mean, let's go. Let's do that. Spell makes nice. Hero power +2/+3. And let's go. Should be fine enough. So yeah, an Imbue Protoss Mage is a deck that you can actually kill you on turn like 8-9. I can't remember like how much does their godlike cost. It actually does like 20 damage split on the, like almost like the enemy board. So it can actually like kill you faster. Like for example, as a Remy Priest actually needs like a full combo on turn 8 to actually win that stuff, right? Well, that's like actually a really really solid win out there. But it felt weird. It felt weird. It felt like we're kind of like struggling. Like against some decks we're like having zero problems whatsoever, and against like others like we just like cannot find any kind of like response. And I'm not sure like am I this unlucky or like is this a problem with the deck though? Probably seems like a good idea. I will try. As I said, like you can actually kill an opponent like pretty early there, and if you don't like, if they don't have a full combo on turn 8, like, and this can happen, like, you know, trust me on that one. This can easily happen that they don't really have the combo on turn 8. Like for example, we just played like with an Imbue Druid against a Zarimi Priest that actually had like a Zarimi as a 30th card of their deck. Like, it's the last card of their deck, and we played like for 15 turns or something. You know, sometimes it's just like don't have the combo. It can happen to them. You know. It can happen to them, and just like at that point, like Protoss Mage will have zero problems to actually destroy them on the board, right? Because like, you know, just give a Protoss Mage a couple of turns just like to play 2 Colossus, and Zarimi Priest just like, you know, dies instantly. They don't have like all the sustainability, or their only heal is like their hero power, right? So so an Imbue Druid was kind of like doing, you know, pretty decent. It feels strong, but for some reason it kind of lacks something for me. It kind of like lacks this kind of like killing power, with like, you know, with an ability to actually destroy consistently on turns like 7-8, right? Destroying it consistently on turn 7-8 is what actually makes a Cleave Dive Demon Hunter a sin on a ladder, because you can actually roll huge minions on like Cleave Dive turn 6 and actually finish an opponent like on turn 7. And that is like what makes the deck quite strong, even though we won it, right? Even though we destroyed a Cleave Dive Demon Hunter out there with an Imbue Druid. Having this consistency of the Demon Hunter is extremely important for you to actually destroy some kind of like a mid-range decks like DK and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure, like, I didn't get the feeling that a Imbue Druid is kind of like consistent there, like, didn't get it, like, so far. We played 5 games, zero feeling of consistency there. Like, it feels like it can, like, you know, outperform like any kind of deck. As I said like before, it kind of feels like a Shafar Rock, if you remember that, like some months ago, like when we played a Shafar Rock was something the same. You can kill an opponent, like destroy them on like turn 5-6, but like you know, sometimes you can just like not find like the right cards, and it's a feeling that I got from an Imbue Druid, like as honest as it can get. But so yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw there, but that is it for an Imbue Druid.